What is going on? It is Chris here. Been a couple days, but hopefully you guys are having a pretty good week. Anyway, it is Friday, August 16th. We have a massive slate here today. I'm looking at Fanduel, but also I'm going to be looking at DraftKings. Well, telling you guys who I like for pitching on DraftKings. It's going to be about the same stacks on Fanduel and DraftKings. I just wanted to use Fanduel today. So yeah, mostly, like I said, use this information for both sites. So big slate today. Hopefully you guys did good yesterday. Was doing very, very good yesterday until Sanchez decided to suck. I needed it was for DraftKings. We had Sonny Gray as our starting pitcher one, and number two was just terrible. There was not many good pitchers out there. Decided to take a shot with Sanchez. I knew it wasn't the greatest, but needed someone half decent, and he sucked really bad and screwed us hard. Yes, I'm a little salty about that. But yeah, besides that, it was pretty good. Had the Philly stack, had a couple of the key Yankees with Torres on FanDuel. I had some Indians, and then I just let them go at the last second, which was stupid. Um, Anyway, FanDuel won, and DraftKings did take the loss, unfortunately, just barely by about 5 or 6 points on in double ups. And NFL was yesterday for Thursday, and we did win in double ups for NFL. We are, I think, 3-1. I think in NFL preseason and for slate. So come join us if you guys want to come join us. Only $8 for the day. Since FanDuel and DraftKings both have like the same kind of pricing where you're going to have money left over, you can use the same exact lineup for DraftKings for FanDuel. So kind of like I said, you're paying $8 for basically, for FanDuel and DraftKings combined. So come join us. Like I said, only $8 for the day for NFL. We got a nice 3-game slate today for Friday. To get in, check out our Twitter in the comment section below. And also we got some MLB for $35 a month if you want to do that, or $10 per week. So with that all being said, let's get into it. Let's break down some of the guys that I'm liking. So we got Verlander for sure. He's in a pretty good spot. Sanchez did get lit up last night, but obviously Verlander's a whole different story here. And he is in a pitcher's ballpark in Oakland. Yes, I know Oakland is a pretty good team, but they have been striking out quite a bit as well this year. And Verlander had a bad one against Baltimore, but still struck out 11. Cash game play for sure if you guys can afford him. He had 61 against Oakland last time out. So he's in a good spot for DraftKings and FanDuel. Like I said, very expensive. So, there's enough value out there on this big slate to get him in there. If you want to go a little bit cheaper, Charlie Morton, I do like him. I think he'll be a lot more popular than Verlander just because of the matchup here. Plus with Verlander, you might have a late night hammer since not many people will have him, but Morton, definitely a ton of people are going to have him. But love both of those guys for sure, Morton and Verlander. Giolito, he's a little bit more riskier at 10-6 just because LA, they have been hitting pretty good the last couple days. They haven't faced the best pitchers, but their bats are looking pretty good. But one good thing for Giolito, he does strike out a ton. Also, LA does strike out a ton. They get a couple hits, of course, with Trout and Ohtani, but they do strike out a bit. So Giolito, I don't think his ownership will be anywhere, but kind of a tournament play for me. Moving down, I think Syndergaard will be relatively popular. He's not as good as he has been. I think he's going to get you around 34 to 36 in this one. I don't mind him. I think you could definitely put in some Syndergaard here against Kansas City. Also, don't mind him on DK. If you want to go GPP, Jake Odorizzi, only bad thing, he is in Texas, but also good thing, though, Texas sucks. And he has been playing pretty good the last 3 games, but like I said, it's kind of like playing at Coors Field, so it is risky for sure. Paddock, I don't know. The dude's just been kind of trash, so don't know if I really want to put him in there. Plus, Philly has won 2 straight ever since they got the new hitting coach in there with Charlie Manuel. I know they sucked versus Darvish, but they did win, and so they're looking a little bit better. Man, sorry about that. Next, we got Aaron Civil. I have no idea how to say his name. Anyway, he's looking really good. But he's facing New York, so I don't really know if I could put that in there. You can look at some Kyle Hendricks if you want to. Doesn't really go deep in the game, so he might only get you 30, 32, and doesn't strike out a ton. Jeff Samardzija, it's probably the most interesting one. We saw what Rodriguez did last night against Arizona, but they are in a hitter's ballpark for sure. Samardzija has been looking pretty solid, so you can put him in there. He's only 7.6. I don't mind him on DK either. Next is Jacob Wagsupak. I have no idea how to say his name. He's more of a DK play for a starting pitcher too. As normal, this dude's just terrible, but he does have a couple half decent games. Doesn't strike out a ton of players at all, so that's the only bad thing with this dude. But if you just need a flyer to get some of these big stacks in here, you can look at him. Like I said, he got killed by the Yankees, but did okay against Kansas City, which is a trash team. Like I said, doesn't strike out a lot. So GPP for sure. Fanduel definitely not in place. 7,500. He is not worth it at all. I think Gray will be relatively popular because he has faced Miami. He is in Coors, as we know, bad place to pitch, and he's been terrible the last two games. But it is Miami, and but Miami's offense did pretty good yesterday there against the Dodgers. But I think Gray will be popular. Going down the list, GPP only. There's a lot of GPP plays anyway. Mike Montgomery, he was solid last time out, but Mets aren't as bad as they were. McNeil's out of the lineup, which helps a little bit. So maybe take a shot with him, but that's mostly it, man. Maybe Adrian Hauser, but so not really much going on. Some people like Vince Velasquez, which is the worst pick either. Just the dude just doesn't go too deep in the games either. San Diego does not have Tatis, which is always a plus, but he does strike out a lot. So pick your poison there. So that's what we got going on there. So it's not the best for a starting pitcher too on DK. Might have to find someone like I said, maybe Jeff Samardzija. And Gray will probably be popular as starting pitcher too. Looking at the stacks, I don't think Rick Porcello is going to be pitching tomorrow. We'll have to see, but I don't think he's going to be. But yeah, looking at the stacks for sure, Boston, they're going to be very popular. Put them in there. Don't mind a couple Tampa Bay bats against Daniel Norris. They're not the greatest against lefties, but I think you can still put a couple of them in there. Sandy Alcantara, don't mind a couple, obviously, Colorado bats against them. Their bullpen sucks as well. So Colorado, very cashy here in this one. And that's mostly it. Maybe a couple bats for Baltimore in GPP only against Boston, depending on who they put out there. Leaks has been terrible ever since he went to Arizona. Dude's been giving up a ton of hits. Not too many runs. He did get lit up last time out, but the dude's is terrible right now. I know San Francisco is not the greatest team out there. We know that, but they did get lit up. Sorry, they did light up Young last night. So maybe you can stack against him a couple, I guess, if you want to. Maybe Sandoval in a GPP against Chicago. Maybe a couple lineup bats against Kenta Maeda. Had a good one out last time, but besides that, he's been trash. But they're very expensive. So it's an interesting slate. You got it's a top-heavy slate with pitchers, and then after that, it's just trash. And not too many stacks as of now. Obviously, throughout the day, if some people are out, some people are in, that does change throughout the day. But that's mostly what I am looking at here for both sites. So as normal, we'd love to have you guys come join us. Only $10 for the week. I mean, that's very, very cheap for FanDuel or DraftKings. If you guys just want to try us out, why not? And also, like I said, we have NFL going on. We'd love to have you guys come join us for that. Also, we do have NFL season pass available for $150 for either FanDuel or DraftKings. That does include playoffs. Very, very cheap. So if you guys are interested in NFL for the entire season, let us know as well. Like I said, we are doing pretty good in preseason. So that is mostly it. As normal, if you want to get in, check out our Twitter in the comment section below for NFL or MLB. Would definitely love for you guys to come join us. And so that is it. All right, guys. Hope you guys have a good Friday. We'll see you later.